There was never a good war or a bad peace. Benjamin Franklin. Every once in a generation, civilized society comes across a debate that is so insignificant that it only matters to a small few. But to those few, such debates can be blown way out of proportion. And if there is one group that knows how to make too big of a deal, it's the hipster.
Now, the hipster at this time was a unified group. They shared a communal process through things that they loved and other people didn't and didn't really know about. They would often gather at their local meeting place known as Starbucks.
At these Starbucks, hipster leaders would gather to discuss matters of great importance, like what bands were relevant, and also what bands were too relevant. Other hipsters would gather to write their screenplays in a setting that made sure to announce to the world they were artists.
During this time, the hipster didn't have many problems at all, save for the occasional bout with the local white girl, who also shared the watering hole with them. These were good times, but they wouldn't last.
One fateful day, an argument broke out between two hipsters. No one knows what this argument was about, but this simple argument soon erupted into a frenzy, as hipsters of all ages chose sides. Finally, after almost 20 minutes of snarky comments and hateful Tumblr posts, it was clear that war was unavoidable.
Now, what we see here was warfare unlike any other. They didn't have plans or tactics because, in their mind, that was too mainstream.
Hipster warriors used state-of-the-art weapons from the 1600s.
What we have here is an authentic Belgian non-repeating bow, and it was called that because as soon as you got the first shot off, it would fall apart. And the hipsters were attracted to this weapon because the sound it made was so crisp and so pure, it was unique, unlike any other weapon at the time. You just couldn't get kills like you could back then.
Tell that to my M16. As with any war, there are casualties. Rather than using conventional medicinal practices, hipster armies relied on natural, herbal supplements. Thousands died as a result.
Yeah, I've got nothing for this one.
In the end, peace was achieved the only way possible. Hipsters on both sides found common ground in their mutual hatred of Transformers 2.
If most people saw a trailer for a movie they didn't like, they just wouldn't go see the movie. That's not the case with the hipster.
The opening of Michael Bay's new film brought a swift end to the war, as well as $800 million at the box office, proving once and for all that people really don't care what the hipster has to say.
You know, people are gonna look back on this war and ask, what? To which I reply, yes.